Hi guys, welcome back to the Reddit review series. This is episode number 3. Today we have a Gold 1 Soldier player, and the post is pretty long, so I'll just have a screenshot of the post in editing, because I'm not reading all that. But basically, we're just going to go look at this guy's timing and his cooldown usage. Unless anything else kind of pops out to me as being really bad, this guy seems to be focused on his cooldown usage and his timing. So let's see how I can help him with that. Okay, we're running. Okay, cool. This is fine. Running away. Nope. Yeah, so when they see you, man, and like they know you're there, you know, like when you see the sonar hit, just run. No point waiting here. Because you've got two choices. Run forward, the hunter sees you, they all see you, right, and then your angle isn't surprising. Or just run away immediately, change angle, go over here, go main, whatever you want to, right? You don't want to like be like this indecisive. You did say you were kind of getting distracted in the first minute or so, so I won't really shit on you too much though. Okay, this is fine. The monkey's jumping in. Okay. Okay, we're shooting. Problem is, we're just a little too far away. That's all. We're just too far away. It's really hard to do any damage. But yeah, I'd say the main reason you probably lost this is, well, I mean, you kind of just went AFK for the first like bit, which just lets your team die. You know, there's not much to say. But you said you're getting distracted. Okay, run. Okay, my PC is genuinely exploding. So if you see the frame drops there, my bad. Okay, just shoot the Winston here. Okay, I like this rotation. It was a little unfortunate because it was late, because they all bats up. But I mean, like, they're distracted. This is good timing. You need to use your rockets here though. So like when you come in the angle, right, you have the element of surprise, right? Because your Malgros has just gone in, which means you have the opportunity to do damage. You're doing damage, but you're missing the key thing, your Helix rocket. If you shot your Helix rocket at this guy before you shot your gun, you probably would have killed him, because you have that big burst of damage like straight away. Okay. Now we just have to wait for our tank to come back. We're shooting. This is fine. We can push that. Nice. Reset now. We're spending a lot of time running around instead of shooting, right? So kill this monkey. You know, run like run inside the room. Make sure we're like not gonna die, but don't go on this really long rotation. Why? Because your team is fighting right now. You need to pay attention to when your team is fighting. Because right now, that like they need you to do something. So run in this room, stabilize, like that's fine, I get that. But then you need to turn around, see what's going on, and then okay, I see Kiriko. Let me fight the Kiriko, and then maybe she TP's out. Maybe you can go over here, see that the enemies are standing here, and then take this quicker rotation over here to catch them off guard if they're still playing here. Or you can do the same thing, shoot Kiriko, force her out, and then go on the right side. You know, you don't like, you know, you can run over here and then deepen the angle if possible, and that would be a lot better than taking this really long rotation. Because like let's say Bastion at the time. So look at the kill feed. You kill monkey, and then you're running in the room. But right now, your team needs you to shoot the enemies, right? Like your team needs you. They're taking a bunch of damage, and where are you? Running. So by the time you shoot the enemies, it's too late because your team died. You need to take, like when your team is fighting and like you can see them through the wall, you need to actually be there helping them. I probably would have waited to engage, just because like now you're in a position where like they don't really know you're there. You have to wait for your team to come back, and like yeah, they are back, but you didn't know that. So I think your big thing right now is maybe you want to pay attention to your teammates more. Because like you thought they were in, you know, because you saw them a little bit, but like you weren't really paying attention to them. So you went in on your own into the middle of point, and then you just died. If you wanted to shoot these guys, you could run up the top here and then take this angle, shoot them here, because it takes you out of the point, out of the like open space where everyone can see you, and it puts you in a pretty good spot to actually shoot people. At least. But I mean, yeah, you get the kill, so I mean, it's not great. So like so far, it's just timing. That's it. Okay, I like this. I would prefer if we just took a quick look at our team before we did this. Because, like, you could be running up here, and, like, your team could just be all the way back here. But you wouldn't actually know that if you, if you didn't look. So I'd like for you to just take, like, a mini look. Because, like, you can see them in there, but you don't know if like, the Ram's going to back up for some reason. You don't know that. You're just assuming that they're in based on the enemy shooting. And that's good. But you would have liked to confirm that real quick just by looking around. And again, you would have killed this Hanzo if you used a rocket. Helix rocket, you really don't want to think about it too much. Just use it as soon as soon as it's off cooldown and you can actually shoot people. The best time to use it is when you've caught an enemy by surprise, they're not paying attention, and then you just rocket them and you bust them down. By the way, this is good timing, but not because of like your fault. Like it is your I can't speak today. It is your fault because obviously you ran here, but you didn't know if it was going to be good timing. How do you know? You just take a look at your team, hear where the enemies are, and then take an angle based on their position. And yeah, you would have killed this Hanzo if you rocketed. We're playing too far away. We need to get closer. Why? Fall off range. That's it. I don't mind this visor though. I just be careful because the Hanzo is looking at you. Yeah, we need to rotate now. No, we have a heal pod. Okay, you know, I'll just let this play out. Okay. Good aim. Good shots. Okay, nice. Okay, so you almost lost that fight because you made two kind of mistakes. So, number one, you're playing way too far away. Like you are not going to do the full amount of damage at this range. You want to get closer so that you can do the full amount of damage. Why? Because you have fall off. Now, this is a pretty good place to be because you're close enough to do damage, far enough away to where you can react to the Winston jumping on you, and because you're on high ground, you have like a decent amount of cover as well. But mistake number two was visoring when this Hanzo was like looking at you. So like they were already paying attention to you. You put yourself in open space, so it made it really easy to react to your visor and then just hide behind this pillar, right? Like it's really easy to live this because they already knew you were there. But if you went up here, shot, and then maybe you ran over here, reloaded, popped visor, you would have been in a surprising position, and it would have been good timing. I'm not saying this visor wasn't good timing because your team is fighting, but you would have had really good timing. And then just like a second thing, your heal pad usage was like really useless there. Just because like you placed down the heal pad to get healed, and then you ran to the health pack anyway. If you wanted to heal yourself, just drop, heal pad, and then you can still shoot, but you're also getting healed and you have cover as well. But good fight overall. Nice. Okay, now we run up here. Nice, we're doing damage before the fight. Would love to see it. Rocket, boom, wonderful. So, like, what's the general game plan though? Like you probably know, but the general game plan on Soldier is poke main, shoot, and then when your team makes contact with the enemy team, that's when the enemies are going to be the most busy, and then we want to take an off angle. Right now, we're not shooting and we're not setting up on an off angle, so we're doing nothing. There is no one there. You can hear people fighting to your left. Your team is actively fighting. Wouldn't it be so nice if you took an off angle right now? Wu Yang's doing it. Juno's shooting. You know, everyone is shooting, but you. So I wouldn't be surprised if you just lost this fight. This is great. You just should have done this earlier, and you also should have used a rocket as well, which you did, but it was too late because they already knew you were there. So the rocket was way less surprising and it was easy to dodge. Okay. You're staying. Another mistake you're making is that you're staying in the same position for so long. Why is this a bad thing? Well, there's two reasons. One, when people know where you are, they know where you are. They can see you, right? Like the Kiriko can see you. So what is she gonna do? Well, then she's gonna try and play in a way to where she can dodge you, right? You know, she's using cover against you because she knows you're there, and she's still able to do stuff. So she's actually getting more value than you right now. But the second reason, and the biggest reason why it's bad, is because if they know you're there, it's going to be way easier to kill you. Because a Hanzo can just peek, he knows where you are, and then he can just one-shot you. So, and like this Soch, for example, I guarantee she didn't change her positioning, right? Let's spectate Hanzo. Right? Soldier's there, but because she doesn't move and change her angle, it's really easy to get the kill. The same thing can happen to you. So you need to change your angle when you've been staying somewhere for too long. How do you know when you've been staying somewhere for too long? When you're not really getting good damage, when people are constantly looking at you, and like you feel like you're gonna get like headshot by Hanzo if you stay there, right? So here, this is actually really good for you because you can use the dragon as like cover, run on this left side, and then see if anyone's walking in, and then you can surprise them. Like this, boom. You see that? You reset the angle. They didn't know you were there. You were able to get an easy kill. Do you want to know how this kill would have been 10 times easier? If you used your rocket before you started shooting. If you shot rocket on this Kiriko, you do like 300 damage to these guys, and you potentially get like 2, maybe even 3 kills because you and Wu Yang are both on the off angle. But you get back anyway, right? Because he's not paying attention. And then look, when you stay on the angle for too long, people can see you, and then it becomes very dangerous, so we have to move. You see how that works? You're literally doing it in real time. So we get the kill, we go, and then look, after we get this kill, let's just rotate somewhere. There's no point overextending on an angle because people are going to look. So get the kill, rotate over here, follow up on your own kill to get more kills so that you're more likely to win the fight. Because like, what do you think was going to happen, right? Get the kill, you rotate over here, Cass and Kiriko are both distracted. You have ample time to just sit here behind cover from the Hanzo, shoot rocket, and shoot whoever you want, right? That's the game plan on Soldier. You want to keep it moving. But like because you weren't on a surprising angle again and you didn't move, the enemies were able to run away, which then allowed your Cass to kill your Ram, and then your Wu Yang, and now it's over. Kiriko can see you, the angle's not surprising, it's not good anymore. So like you played that fight really well. You just stand still too much. So yeah, like your 2 main problems are just... Oh, well, you went AFK. Right now, your 2 main problems are that your Helix usage, you need to use it once you take the angle before you start shooting to be more likely to kill people. And then number 2, you just need to... Well, okay, you have 3 issues. 1 is the Helix. Number 2, you need to look at your teammates so you know when is good timing. And then number 3, when you actually are fighting and you are taking angles, you need to rotate often. Soldier's really good at that because he's got sprint. And like that's what sprint is for. You take one angle, they see you, you sprint to the next one, surprise them, they see you, you run away, and you just keep doing that over and over until people die. I probably won't watch this whole game because I imagine it's going to be most of the same issues. I don't mind starting on the off angle. It's just kind of risky on this map because you risk just like not doing anything. Because you see how already, because you started on the off angle and you revealed yourself early, well now these guys know you're over here and it's really easy to know where you are and to kill you, right? So it's really easy to use cover, and like now you're just not really doing anything and you're going on these long rotation. How long do you think you went without shooting the enemy? Right, so like you shoot here, you shoot, and then you start running. So now it's basically a 4v5, right? Fighting, and you only start shooting now. What you could do is instead of making that really long rotation, is just go back to main. That's it. So like you see that the off angle didn't really work out maybe, so then just go back main, and then shoot a bit. And then use your sprint to take a new angle, right? Because this is a short rotation. You're shooting, forcing the run to get healed, forcing support cooldowns being used, and then maybe if your team works forward, then you can quickly jump up here and take an off angle. But these long rotations are not what we need to be doing. Because you see how you have like multiple seconds in between each instance of shooting, because like you're just on this really weird angle. Okay, cool. We kill Hanzo. This is fine. We just keep shooting. Nice. Good rotation. So why is this rotation good? Especially, right? Because you can see your team. They're fighting. But right now, you can't really get a good shot off because there's a shield in your face. Now, I wouldn't say it's a wrong play to shoot the Ryan because they're down people, the shield's going to break. But a more efficient play would be to just make a quick rotation and then catch the BAP as he's moving backwards. Why is the BAP moving backwards? Because the Ryan is getting pressure put on him, which is forcing him to back up, which is forcing his team to back up because your team is moving forward, right? And then as this shift in like movement happens, that's when you can catch people off guard the most, right? Boom. Catch them off guard, kill them. You don't kill. We get a little greedy, I'd say. Once you force the BAP out, just go turn around and shoot people. Because like, the BAP isn't doing anything now. Good aim. Right, nice. So yeah, I take it back. Your main problems are that you've taken too long rotations. You're not using your rocket enough, and you're too stationary sometimes. I actually really do enjoy this. I really like this. Now, yeah, you could say it's a bit early, blah, 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 blah. I don't really have too many problems with this though, because you can run away and then set up on a new angle by the time the fight starts. Maybe, if you wanted to, you could pop your E, get the attack speed, and then rocket, and then try and burst them down, just to really try and kill them. But I do like that you use your rocket first. You missed, but that's okay. And then look, we can run away, and then start shooting before the fight actually starts. Now, I think you waited a bit too long, and again, you went on a really long rotation, right? You spent all this time running over here, running, looking, and then you just shot now. What you should have done was, okay, shoot. Oh, okay, they see me. Let me run over here. Let me shoot the Ryan. That's it. You don't need to do anything crazy, right? You just run here, shoot Ryan. Why? Because you want to shoot anyone you can see, and then from this position, if they push you, you can just run back here, or if you want, you can set up for a flank after they start to walk forward. Right? You don't want to spend all this time just running around. Okay. Again, range. We're playing so far away. It's so easy for them to see us. It's hard for us to do any damage. We're basically useless. Why do we pop the E here? We're not doing any damage in the first place. You want to pop the E just when you're actually able to do damage. Right now, yeah, sure, you can do damage. You're making the soldier's health bar go down, but like you're not doing any real damage, right? You need to get closer. Waste of a helix. Did you even see anyone? No. And why can you not see anyone? For the same reason as before. Because you've been in the same position for so long, people can adapt. They're playing on this right side now, which means cover, right? And cover. There's 4 people who you can't shoot, and the one person you can shoot is on the other side of the map. So you can't do anything right now. So now you need to move. Why? Because you've been in the same position for so long. Now where would you move? Well, like, you've got a couple of options. One of them is more risky, and one of them is a bit more safe, but it allows you to kind of understand what's happening in the fight. So number one is just go back main and then just shoot the Ryan. So like run from here, you know, maybe run over here, because you can shoot the Ryan, but you're also ready to run onto different angles. You know, you can run on the left, you can run on the right side of the pillar, down the stairs. This is safe. You can pressure the Ryan so that he's not going to pressure your team. It's nice. Another thing you can do is maybe get closer and run over here behind this pillar. Catch Kiriko off guard. Maybe catch the BAP off guard, right? You know, it's kind of more risky, but you're putting yourself in a position to surprise people. And plus, you've got a sprint. You just run away. You use your stim. You're good. Like, you see how you're not really doing anything. Okay, nice. And this is really good timing, because guess what? Ding, ding, ding. Your Reaper's there, distracting. This is exactly the right timing. Very well done. I like this. Right, because your Reaper went in. He distracted. And then, basically, as soon as the Reaper engaged, you engaged. Now, I think you shot him a little early. Maybe. No, you didn't. Okay, no, you're fine. So yeah, that sounds really good. Now we need to keep following up. We need to go. Also, you could have used your rocket at like any time, by the way. Like here, you see soldier, go for the rocket. I recommend going for the feet, because you might send the rocket into the void. Rocket the feet, shoot him, kill him. Same thing with the BAP lamp here. So like, you see the BAP, rocket the lamp and then just shoot back because the rocket is always going to destroy the lamp if you direct hit it, and then you can just shoot back and then kill him. No. We don't focus the BAP here. The BAP is out of the fight. He's low HP. He's playing all the way over here. He has no lamp. You now need to just ignore BAP, run and go help your team. Why? Because your team is the one actually fighting. And imagine if you were here to help. Cass is low, Kiri's low, and then Reaper can just help you kill the Ryan. But because you got a big greedy, yeah, look at that. The Reaper killed the Kiriko. Now, cool, you 4-star window, and like, good for you. But you could have actually helped to win the fight on the point if you were there with your team. Otherwise, I don't hate the rotation you made here. Again, I don't mind starting here. Like, okay, no, I do kind of mind it. I don't like starting here because you don't know where anyone is. Because 2 off-angle people, you need to know where people are in the first place. But how do you know where people are without putting yourself in so much danger? Well, like, we start main. Okay, we shoot. Okay, Ryan's here, Kiri's here, Cass is here, and then the other 2 are on the right. Okay, what can I do? What can I do with this information, right? So we shoot a bit, force some cooldowns, make him go back, force healing on the tank. Okay, where can I go? Oh, maybe I could go around left, but that would take too long because you're standing here, right? Okay, I could go left, maybe. No, too long. Or I could go up here and immediately create an off angle and then distract people. Okay, cool. I can do that because playing main allows you to just kind of actually see people and think of where to go because you know where the enemies are. But right now, you don't know where the enemies are. You're not putting down any pressure on main. For those 2 reasons alone, you want to start main and then rotate to the off angle. Because right now, nothing. Your team's fighting. You have done nothing for the past... Let's actually calculate this. And like, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit harsh here, but like, I need you to understand. Right now, we're doing nothing. If we were playing main, maybe we could have shot the Cass, stop him from killing our Reaper, and then we can figure out where to go. Okay, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Okay, so it took you about 6 seconds to actually shoot an enemy. And I'm not going to talk about... I'm not going to talk about this Visor, because this Visor sucks. But the Visor sucks because your positioning sucks, and your uptime sucks. What is uptime? Like, you might ask, but it's just actually doing the damage to the enemies. It's just having as much damage as possible. So you won this fight, and you might think it's because of you, but it's not really because of you, because you didn't actually do anything. Your team just happened to use ults, including you, which didn't do anything, and then you won. Now we're going AFK. What we should be doing is just it's just being in a position to do damage. Now, I'd say that's just sitting on the point and letting them come forward because of the way the map's built. But maybe if you were faster, you could run like over here, do damage, they shoot you, run away, and then do damage, run away, until you get forced onto the point. But right now, we're just not doing anything. We're just running around the map, you know, la 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 la. I'm having fun. I like playing soldier, and then we only shoot someone because we just happen to like run into it. Again, why are we popping E there? You wanna think of your like E as a Bastion turret form. You wanna use it where you can actually do damage to people. You didn't know if there was gonna be someone there. You just popped it because yeah, why not? You wanna pop this one when you've taken damage and you're getting low because you know you want to use it as a heal. But also like now that you've got the attack speed, you want to use it to actually do damage. But you didn't know the soldier was there. Okay, now that the soldier's seen you, I want you to rotate main. Very nice. Okay, nice. Nice, good angle. Nice, okay. So, why am I saying go main after doing this, right? So the soldier saw you there. Why is everything fucked? So the people see you. Now this angle isn't surprising. So now what do we do? Where we go back main, put in more pressure, and then when things happen, when the fight starts and cooldowns get used, then you can take an angle. Now, this enemy rush actually gives you a pretty good opportunity because if this Ryan had like more health and more resources, right, they would have walked forward and tried to kill your team. That would have allowed you, as they walk forward, for you to go, okay, let me run from main, wrap left, try and flank them, right? Or like maybe, let me go from left side to right side, and try and catch them as they shoot. But I like this here. This is good. This is good timing as well. Why? Because all of these guys were looking at the Reaper, which means none of them were looking at you, which allowed you to kill them easily. Very nice. Right, nice. And then we put up the pressure. Or we keep up the pressure, sorry. Right, nice. We run forward. Yeah. Why didn't we do this last time? Okay, again, just rocket. When you see someone, go for the rocket. Instant burst damage, surprising. Way more likely to kill someone. Because if you land this rocket before shooting, by the time the soldier turns around, you're already going to be shooting your gun, and he's going to be in a really bad spot. Okay, we need to run. Okay, now just go back main. This is where you just go back main. Because they know you're on the left side already, you just rotate main, shoot, you know, go like neutral again, and then as the fight starts, then you take an off angle. Again, baddie, why? You can't see anyone. Bad rocket, you can't see anyone. Your problem is that you're using your cooldowns just very like predictively. Like you're thinking someone's gonna peek. No, you need to use your cooldowns when you actually see someone. And also, this Ryan would not have been able to kill your team if you were just at main shooting them before they come in. Because like, the reason why they're able to land the shatter so easily is because they have no soldier putting up pressure. You see how your team is all the way back here and you're all the way back here? You should basically already be over here putting on pressure. Because you not being here is allowing this Ryan to walk forward. Right? You should be here shooting. But because you're not, it's really easy for this Ryan to land the shower. And you still could have killed this guy. But you were so focused on these guys that your team got shattered. It's just too early. You're just like it's not even too early. You're just engaging this for no reason. Like there's no real reason to engage this. Like it's just a bad 1v1 to take. And then naturally you're gonna end up losing the fight because you have no teammates. Alright. Let's watch the rest of this round. Yeah, I don't like that we're starting like so like I don't mind this, but how would you really know they're here without even shooting over here first? You need to shoot and put pressure so that you can force them into bad positions and then take an angle. But like you get a kill otherwise, so that's good. Why did you get the kill? Because you did what I said. You shot rockets, popped E, and then by the time anyone could even react, you killed him. Now his support's low-key trolled him, but you know it's just how it is. Okay, now you need to change your positioning. Why? Because the enemies know where you are and they're now looking at you, which means it's easy for you to die and it's hard for you to kill them. Well, what do we do? Drop, rotate, surprise them again, new angle. Okay. Sig is fluxing, he is distracting, you should pay attention to that, and then drop. This is good timing because your team is also engaging, which is just distracting the enemies. Nice. Now you're doing it too late. Like you did it too late, but you had the right idea. Nice. Wonderful. This is wonderful timing. I love to see this. You need to do this more. Why did it work? Because the enemies are distracted. You took a short rotation to an off angle, and then you capitalized. Perfect. You used the rocket to get the burst damage. You caught the Kiriko off guard, and then good visor. So very nice. So what you did for like this fight and the couple of other fights, I want you to do this more. But Mr. Grom, you have, I'd say, 3 main issues. Number 1 is that your cooldown usage is very predictive, right? You just use it when you can't see people. You need to use your heal pack or your stim when you're taking damage, or if you have the stim pack when you're actually going to shoot people and do the full amount of damage. And your rocket, you need to use it as often as possible. And if you're taking an off angle and you've caught someone by surprise, use the rocket first and then shoot them because you're going to be way more likely to kill them. And then like your sprint, don't go on these like really long rotations. You can do it if it's like really early before the fight. Why? Because your team isn't actually fighting the enemies. They're just poking. But if you take a long rotation during the fight, like you have multiple times this game, well then you're going to find yourself being too late to engage because you took so long to actually rotate and then your team is just dead. Number two, I kind of just talked about it. Number two, your rotations themselves are just too long. You need to take shorter rotations during the fight, long rotations before the fight. And then number three, when you do take an angle, you tend to overcommit to it. You're not meant to commit to an angle. You're meant to, shoot main, and then go for an off angle, try and distract, try and get a kill. If they look at you and you're getting put in danger, you just run. You just run away and you find a new angle. Because one, like I explained, it makes it really easy for the enemies to know where you are, because if you're staying in the same place, which makes it easy for them to use cover against you, distance, rotate away from your angles, stuff like that, which makes it harder for you to get kills, which means it's harder for you to get value and win the game. But also, it's easy for people to die, or it's easy for people to kill you, like your Sojourn did at some point during the second round. Because I just want to show you an example. Right, so your Sojourn here, do you remember? She was playing on this angle for so long that the Hanzo was actually able to detect her. So he sees her, he shoots. This is where the Sojourn should have maybe slid away, taking a new angle, but because she stayed there, the Hanzo was actually able to line up his crosshair and kill her. This is what you do sometimes. You don't die because of it, but you lose value because you're not rotating. So those are the three things that I think you can work on. Your cooldown usage, not making long rotations during the fight, and not staying in the same position as well. And just a quick one. You need to just have more uptime in general. Now, you can fit this in by just starting main, shooting the tank, shooting whoever, putting up pressure, forcing out healing and resources, and then when your team walks forward, or they walk forward, whatever, right? Well, whatever happens, then as the fight kind of starts and the chaos begins, then you can take an off angle. So those are the three things, plus a bonus, that I think you should work on. And I hope this was helpful.